Hey, hello everyone. Sriram here. Hope you're all doing great.
Hey, ShriLearning.
Fantastic. Great Friday evening. Woohoo. So how many of you feeling great with the Friday? Weekend is coming. Feeling good? Nice. Yeah. Good feel, right? See, in school days, once a Friday evening, the school bell rang. We used to run like anything from the school, right? So in college, we make a plan in the morning itself. Friday evening means there is a movie with the friends. Then you go home. So after coming to this corporate life, Friday evening means order something in Zomato, have it at a home and celebrate there. Okay, first, thanks all for being here, and good evening, and some of you good morning, different part of the world. Happy to meet you all. Just confirm you are hearing me well, you are able to see me well. If both are good, we'll proceed forward. All good? Fantastic, great. I was in some of the office calls, just jumping out of the office call. So more than office call, half late, I'm feeling more excited to meet you all. Let's see some of your face. If you want to come on the cam, I'll be happy to see you. And hello, people in the YouTube. Appreciate your time to join on the online to listen here. Appreciate it. Okay, let me see some of your face. Yeah, people are there. Good. Amit, Sandeep, Rahul, Anita. Nice to see you. When you see some more people, you feel more connected, right? Chandramouli is there, Raj is there, Raj Babu. Okay. Did I get a feel that you are a little exhausted on the Friday, the whole day working hard? Is it so? Is it true?
Yes, sometimes.
Okay, slightly, right? It's like a part of our learning. Yeah, part of our learning. Okay. Great. Let me try to make everyone mute to arrest the background sounds, right? Because week is a packed stuff. You know, some years back, people used to work Monday to Saturday. You know that? People used to work like that. So we are good now, Monday to Friday. And some of the country says you can even work 6 hours a day. That's sufficient. That's okay. That's okay. Sometimes we work, sometimes we even do search for a good t-shirt in Flipkart for 2 hours, and we pay our electricity bill in office. That's okay. Sometimes it happens. Balanced way. We balance it. We know, right? Some days crazy. All 12 hours will be heavy work. That's how life is. Someone saying, still I'm working, Shinam. Yeah, good. Okay. Okay, Sai says, I can't hear your voice. Sai on YouTube, please try again. Maybe you can increase the volume. Okay, good. Thanks for being here. Once again, good wishes to all the people joined here. You are all moving towards PMP. Just now, a few minutes back, one of our person, Nina from UK, she cleared PMP. She said, Sriram, I can't believe this. I'm excited. I cleared PMP. She said, it took 15 minutes for me to digest. I cleared PMP. Look at the joy. Okay, good. So keep working hard. We're in the middle of the year. You'll start getting mid-year appraisal in your corporate. So some of your learning process will show the way you work. It's not about the certificate. Paper is one part of it. The way you work, let your work shows that you are learning something. You are something new. I generally call as version 2.0. Okay, what you saw me in school days and college days, version 1.0, now it's 2.0. So 3.0 coming, it depends on how you behave with me. Right? Some of our friends said that, Sriram, you're not fit for it. Now they will tell, man, that's a new version. Yeah, that Sriram is gone, this is a new guy. So invent yourself what you are new. When I'm talking about this, something I was reading, and many of us know that we have to achieve something big in life. We know that which is good for us, good for health, good for education, good for office. We know everything good. No one want to tell you. You don't need a Sadguru to come and tell you what you have to do. You don't need a Buddha to tell you what you have to do. You know, you are a Buddha yourself. You are a Sadguru for yourself. The problem is we don't know when to start. We know that, but we'll tell tomorrow morning, Monday morning, after this production release happens, I will start. After my family goes to the native, I get a time, I'll do that, right? So these all happens sometime. But what I see with achieving people is they don't push it another day. They make it today, even a small bit of it. So what I'm recommending all of you here is, I am sure you are pretty good, you know what to do than what I'm telling you. But at the same time, do small bit of it. For example, if I sleep late night, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I wake up a little late. I can't do a full exercise of 1.5 hours, but at least I go for a 5 minutes jog around this building and come back. So it gives something called sense of accomplishment, and I call it as dopamine. Have you heard the term dopamine? Let's give this a small dopamine, even 5-10 minutes. So Sriram, for PMP or ACP or Scaled Agile or leadership program, I don't read for 4 hours. That is okay. Read 20 minutes that day, 15 minutes. Even if you can't read 15 minutes, I'll feel so bad for you. 15 minutes, if you can read, I'll tell you, you give that joy to your mind and body, that makes you a better person. So going forward, you're not going to push it another day. You're going to do it today, right? That's a message. Shall we do that? You're good for it? Fantastic. Great. So today we'll jump to the topic talking about validate scope and control scope. Joined using my husband Zoom. Okay, Shamima is here. Hey Shamima, good to have you here. You know what? Making you all come on the Friday is a really, really great pleasure because you're all busy in the corporate life, even me. But again, it's good. Nice to have it. By the way, I was seeing some of them are trying to read different books in the market. Some they call as a guide, some they call as easy tips, some they call us only 100 pages. If you like it, go. But my recommendation 100% is go with a quality book to read in the market. I don't want you to be only PMP certified. I want you to be a leader in the organization. To be a leader, this is a time to read. If you don't read for the certificate properly, you will not read any time in your life. Don't think that, Sriram, I'll get certified, then I will sit and read. Oh my God. I'll get first married, then I think about my life. Oh man. Think properly, read properly, then go for this examination. If not, please don't do that exam. Why I'm telling is, I'm seeing a lot of Amazon, YouTube channels, people are selling their books. Please don't go for it. Read properly PMI Institute oriented books, or read a quality book like Rita 10th edition or 9th edition, preferably 10th edition. They are the one in the industry for so many years. They never miss the essence of the content. That's very important. All others are somehow trying to make you to clear the exam. But if your aim is only certificate, please go for it. If you want a knowledge, please stick to quality content. Always quality matters, right? Right. With this message, we'll jump inside. Thanks all for being here. Quickly, there's a question from Mobile Gamer. Who is a mobile gamer? Please put your right name. It will be nice. In YouTube, there is a mobile gamer asking, PMBOK 7 applicable for exams in August 21. PMBOK 7 is an add-on book for your reading purpose. I believe a lot of article in the internet. Maybe you want to repeat the question to understand from me. If you want to understand from me, I have seen before books released, after the book released, I don't think we need to talk about it. It's another book. You can see a lot of videos running in the YouTube about PMBOK 7. Nothing needed. I don't think why we bother about it. It's another book in the market. That's it. If you want, open it. If you don't want, don't open it. Even without opening 7th edition, you can clear the exam. I have people who not open PMBOK 6th edition and cleared PMP. Sriram, are you kidding with me? Seriously, there are people not even open PMBOK 6th edition, still they clear the exam. So management is all over the world. Management is spread across in different books. Don't put your mind into one book like a school children. Be a professional. PMP is a professional, like a doctor. You have to read multiple books. So 7th edition, maybe one of the book. Hope that answers. Great. Let's jump inside. Look like Zoom has updated some version. I'm getting excited. New version. I don't know what it is. Let me check it. Meantime, I have to bring up the content. Today, I will have a mix of both predictive and adaptive, that is agile concepts. I'm going to talk about more about what is that? Validating the scope and how to control it. Scope is a very interesting area. We'll understand those factors. I may get one more confirmation from you all. Hope you all seeing the slides. Do you see the slides now? Okay, you see the slides now. Very good. Thanks for confirming. Thanks for confirming. You know what? It's good to learn something every week, right? Maybe half an hour you sit with me in the video, you get some knowledge. When you ask questions, I get knowledge. So don't hesitate to ask questions. One of the thing I learned in life is encourage people asking questions. It may be good, it may be bad. That's okay. If no, we'll answer. If you don't know, that's fine. We'll come back and answer. But don't ever stop asking questions. Keep asking questions. But for that, don't ask me who will be next president of America, which is scope creep, right? We'll go inside the scope. With this, we'll jump inside. Okay, scope. Scope primarily talks about the requirement of the project. Let's give a little base of it. You are a professional and you are a manager. You are leading a project. When I say you won't be individually hero in the game, right? There'll be multiple heroes going to join with you, heroines going to be joined with you, bunch of team members, you're going to make a call. You're going to say, hey, this is the work I'm going to do, right? So two angles we have to see this. One is from the customer perspective. One is from the project doing company perspective. Two people are there, right? Always a buyer, there is a seller. Subcontracts will be there. Let's not get into that area. We will talk about buyer and seller. Buyer says, hey, can you give me? Seller says, hey, I have it. Now, buyer has to tell clearly what he or she or the organization want. Only when the buyer is clear, seller can give it. It's very clear, right? But problem in the world is many a time buyer comes with some sort of imagination. And the seller will introduce one of their person called project manager, which is you. You will go with some imagination. So imagination plus imagination combined together, that will become a requirement document or a scope. Some of the projects. In some of the projects like agile or adaptive nature, we don't allow this imagination playing the game. So what we do, we will ask the buyer, that is a customer, to give the requirements and you yourself tell which is needed, which is not needed. So two variety of handling is, one is buyer comes with some thought, some knowledge. Top of that, project manager adds it. Okay, that's a reason if you work 5, 10 years or 15 years back, there will be a project discussion. You know, in the movie industry in India, there is something called story discussion. Have you heard about this? All these directors and producers, they will go to some very scenic place, resorts or a hotel, and sit and talk about it. If you're not from India, sorry about it. In India, we are more of into movie area. So in movie, story is very important. That is scope of the project, very important. So they keep talking about it. Okay, they talk imagination. There it is fine because there is a dream industry. Whereas when you do a work and I do a work, it's not a dream industry, right? We have to do something tangible, intangible, which people are going to use it. It's not something to dream and fantasize. Fantastic, go home. No, it is something about we have to work. Of course, movie is also a project. I will talk sometime later because I worked with one of the person in my beginning of my career. And I think this person came from US to India and working with some of the movie industry here, where they implementing PMP in the movie industry. Oof, does it look cool? Cool, right? Fantastic. I don't know how it went successfully. I just buy that for a few days. Now, coming back on this scope factor, when I talk about the scope, it talks about requirements and how it happens. Scope talks both product and also project. They went to go a little deep on that. I don't want to do that today because in the classes we cover more deeply. Today, the aim is to give some highlight of the scope validation part. I don't want to go deep inside what is scope. Then I am deviating. So rather I will do how to validate it, right? I'll do that. Meantime, again, the mobile gamer is putting a question. I like the name mobile gamer. I'm PMI-ACP certified and I have good experience of working in agile projects. How difficult PMP exam for me? Maybe you are already 30 to 45% you learned agile. So I mean, for the PMP, another 60% you have to learn. Let me put it 60% you have to learn more. It won't be tough for you because you know the PMI taste now. You should be able to clear PMP. Now, what happened is PMP and ACP become a brother and sister. And someone goes to ACP, want to come to PMP. PMP want to go to ACP. I'm getting more inquiries for PMI-ACP now, Agile certification also, both happening. So good idea. Mobile gamer, you can go for it, right? I like it. Nice. Let's move a little more. Next slide. Oh, that's a good slide, right? Validated scope. Validated scope. Can someone tell me what is happening in the screen? Of course, a mom and son is there. What is happening here? Let me get your thoughts. What's happening here? Man, don't make me feel hungry. I'm already hungry for the Friday evening. Testing and final product. You are project managers, man. Project managers. You started thinking that dimension. I love it. Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Nice answers coming up. Tasting is going on. Taste buds you're going to see. So now let's put a little bit like this. Son came to mom, can you make that particular gravy or particular food item which I like? Okay, he would have gave a requirement by morning 10. Sometime he gave to the mom, I like a favorite, that particular food, can you make it? So requirement is received by the mom. So now what mom does? Mom collects the requirement properly, and she knows what all ingredients needed, and she knows how to do that. She knows what to do, how to do. What to do is what to do is called product scope. How to do is called project scope. I'll talk more deep in a different session, but here I'll tell you there is a product scope and project scope. She knows both because she's a cool manager. You know, all the mom at home are cool manager. How many of you agree with me? Moms are always cool manager. That too, when you pressurize mom, I want to go early to office, early to school. I remember my school days, I pressurized her. In office also pressurized, mom, she'll make it happen. 2 minutes. You know, all the mom has dialogue, 2 minutes. But she'll take 25 minutes. That's okay. She'll take 2 minutes. Okay, great. Shamima, you do that, right? I know. Okay, good. Now what happened is, mom got it. Now mom is going to prepare the food. She's putting all the ingredients. On top of that, mom will put love on that. Okay, that no one can put it, right? Mom does it for a son specifically or daughter specifically. Okay, let's not go emotional factor. Let's go to project. Now, what happened is she put all these ingredients and the food is getting ready. X food, some food is ready. Now, once she sees the food getting ready, what is your thought? Will she immediately call her son and ask to have it? Or she will do something else? What is your thought? Let me understand from a basic understanding what she will do. Tasting will happen. Sandhya says tasting will happen. Check the taste. Very good. She will taste it. Okay. Mom will taste it, right? So now mom put all the ingredients with her love and quality in place. Everything happened. Now I use the word quality. Now what your mom will do is when the food is getting ready, underline getting ready. When getting ready, she will take one portion of it, small portion, put in a palm and or at least get the aroma of it to understand, is this meeting the quality parameters? Shriram, what is quality parameters? Quality parameters could be that aroma, the content ingredients are blended well. Second, if it is sweet, it is the sugar should be right. If it is something spicy, maybe spicy content, the salt, the spicy, the ingredients quality parameters properly happen. And it is in the proper proportion of blended and boiled well. Am I going too much into cooking? It's day in, day out of our life, right? We should know about it. So now what she has done is within that few minutes and seconds of time, she have tasted, our brain has said, it is meeting 6 Sigma quality or more than that. She understood it. Now that quality check happened. Now she has to call her son. But actually, you know what? The son and daughter at the age, adolescent age, you don't have to call them. They will get that feel and come. You know, have you watched a Tom and Jerry? The Tom used to fly when this guy gets this flavor from the next door. Something like that, a son and daughter will fly, which you and me did in school, college days. We'll go to kitchen, mom, what's happening? So now the son gave a requirement by 10 o'clock. Mom, can I make it happen like this? By 12 p.m., he's getting that aroma or flavor and the good thing. And now he goes to kitchen and now she's giving that. Now tell me the picture. Is it happening a quality check or is it happening the final customer check is happening? What do you think about it? So quality check should have happened with the mom and the final check with the customer. That is a sun happening. Now that final check is called validate scope. Oop. Does it map? Does it map? Are you getting blended with the food now? Does it map that the sun tastes the food? That's about the validate scope. The sun who gave the requirement by 10 o'clock, by 12 o'clock, going to taste it and tell, ooh, fantastic, mom. One more time, you did it great. Now what happened is, in between, I'll tell the process what will happen here. Now requirement came in, mom understood how to do that. She did it. And when she done with that, she tasted it. While she tasted, she found the salt proportion is slightly less. She would have added some more salt. A quality check fixed the bug. Once a bug fixed, now the aroma comes, the smell, flavor comes pretty well. And now the sun comes in and this guy takes a portion and tastes it. Now he says, wow. After the picture, what you see could be it has been served in a bowl to watch a European League and have the food. Now, what happened is validate scope will make the customer to taste and check, inspect it. Once it's good, they will authorize the letter, sign it, release a check, take the product, go home. Did you got that? Did you got some message out of it? If you got the message, let's move a little more. Cool, right? So I was feeling a little hungry, thought of putting the picture so you feel more good with the food. Food is good always, right? So let's see by the process. Some people tell Shriram, this food story and all, I don't like it, man. Tell me, buy the book professionally. I come from the professional Harvard University. So for those people and for the people who read only the books, for them, let me put some words here. Okay, buy the books here, what they say. Okay, first thing, deliverable starts coming out. From where the deliverable starts coming out, the team does the work. The team is working together and they're giving an output. That output is called as a deliverable. Now you have to question me. When you say deliverable, Shriram, is it a final deliverable or interim deliverable or iterative deliverable? What deliverable you are questioning? If you question me, before I answer, let me ask you. When I say deliverable, it's a final one-shot, interim deliverable, that means phase-wise deliverable, or incremental or iterative deliverable. What deliverable is it? Let me understand from you. Change, driver, or plan-driven, hybrid, iterative. Let me see some of them. Prakash is QA check because the dish is still in the served. Okay, very good. Okay, interim deliverable. Okay, if you all put a lot of different answers, for everyone, I'll tell you, whatever I said, all are answers. All are answers. Could be final deliverable, isn't it? Could be. Could be interim deliverable. Shriram, what is interim deliverable? Could be middle level, some deliverable keep going on. There is a construction work happening for metro train work, okay, right? They keep giving interim deliverables. Portion, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 getting over. Or could be iterative incremental agile delivery. So whatever delivery it is, now it has to cross through your quality, your company quality department. This is what the mom did now, right? She was tasting and seeing, does it meet some of the parameters? What are the parameters it meets? So now when it meets those parameters and the quality standards of your company, Six Sigma, regulations, a lot of stuff are there in the company, those all met, then only this team will tell, whoop, go, right? Go. Only when they say go, it becomes a verified deliverable. Let me understand from you. Have anyone heard about go, no go? Have anyone heard about this term called in corporates? We call us go, no go. Today also in the call, I was fighting for one of the project, which has to go, no go. Okay, go, no go. Which department will say go, no go? Let me see your chat message. I'm seeing quality department. Okay, in the Zoom chat, people are telling quality. How about in YouTube? YouTube guys are keeping quiet. What happened to you? Let me see your answers. So, okay, quality department. Now, the quality department is going to say go, no go. On what basis they have to tell? They have to look something. I'll tell you what it is. There is a meaning between the word verified. I'm going to explain that what it is. You'll get some more clarity. Now, right way, verified. Is this product done in the right way? When I say right way, it meets all the standards. regulations, quality parameters, top of requirement of the customer. That is very important, right? If customer is asking something, the food, what you saw there, it has to meet it. That's important. But top of that, the quality should be good the right way. Mom knows what all the ingredients to be added, right? She knows all the proportion of it, how to make it, what kind of utensils you have to use. You cannot use something haphazard, isn't it? You have to use a proper one, the right way of doing things. So the quality team of your company going to check, are they following this? QMC, quality management control system, something like that in your corporate. You all have something in your company, some department, they will call some name with the quality. So this department is processed to check it, right? This is for the bigger projects on a predictive approach. Adaptive approach, how do you do? Within a team itself, we'll have the quality guy who is keep checking regularly every week. I have a place, I'll talk about it. Now, verified deliverable comes out. Now, what happened here is, after this verified by the quality department, that is mom checked it. Now the son comes into picture. That's a validate scope. So validate scope is a place. What happened here? Here, it's going to be the customer himself check it. He or she or the organization come and validate it. So now what happened here? What is validate? When you say validate, is it a right product for the customer themselves? They'll check it, right? So the son, when they taste it, son has something in his mind. When he or she said in the morning, 10 o'clock, Mom, I want this. This guy has something in his mind. Now, when he put on the mouth the food, it says something to his mind. Oh, wow, this is what I want. Now, the customer check it is called as user acceptance testing. Have anyone heard about this term? UAT, user acceptance testing. That is what happening here. So user feels, wow, this is what I want, right? If they don't feel good, what will happen? Sorry, guys, it's not meeting. So go back and fix it, right? So now 2 levels of filter happened here, right? Before even you start using it. So first filter is your company, corporates, quality department check for all the standards and requirements. Right way they did it, and then right product is that right way, right product. Or you can use the word correctness. When I say right way, correctness, how perfect correct it is, and right product to usability, could be tangible, intangible. That makes you to come to the accepted deliverable. Now tell me the right term. When I say accepted, who accepted? Is it a mom or a son accepted here? Let me understand from that analogy which I gave you. Mom or a son here. In the picture analogy, what I gave, son accepted, mom, this is beautiful, great food, right? In real time, it's customer. Customer is going to say, love it. This is what we want. If not, make some corrections accordingly. Now, when the correction comes in, what happened? It goes for a change request. Anyway, that's a different topic to altogether. But a change comes out telling that, guys, this is not meeting what we want. Go and fix it, right? If that isn't part of a requirement and the customer telling it's not meeting, then we'll fix it. Customer asks something else after you submit the product. You're going away. Scope creeping is happening here. Talk to the circle what we have. You asked me, I gave you. Is that meeting it? If it met, fine. If you ask something else, sorry guys, we can't do that, right? So then comes a close project. Okay, this segment I will spend another day to talk about change request. I remember till 2020 December 31st, people are so eager about this change management. Every class there'll be a lot of questions on this, and if I conduct a class on change management, many people join and listen. Now, what happened is after Agile hybrid came in, many questions in exams has been totally reduced. So in exam, you don't find these many questions on change management, but still we'll talk another day. But for you, I want to give a clue that changes pop up even from your quality department, even from the validate scope, right? Your mom, when she does that food, she feels the salt is less, management can come. Son tastes the food, give a feedback, Mom, this is good, but you know what? Monday you did something that was wow. Can you remember that? That was good. Now son gives another change there. Oh man, this is not exactly what I want. So she has to accommodate those changes. So it can happen either side, right? From the team, it can happen. From the customer, it can come. But which is very expensive? From the team or from the customer? What is your thought? What's your thought? team or customer, which is expensive? Customer is expensive. Really? Of course. But you know what? Son will not give that requirement. You know that? Whatever mom does, son will tell, Mom, that's beautiful. That's great. Daughter will tell, yes, Mom, you did a great job. We don't want to give the change there. We do, right? Fantastic. Yep. Good. Super. Yeah. Whatever she does, she'll say, Mom, you're good. But mom knows by seeing your face, hey, you liar. Okay. How many of you see this Bangalore Whitefield railway station? Anyone see this? Is it Whitefield? Okay. When nobody is standing in the railway station, why they need a railway station? I'm so surprised. We have to check this country president, prime minister. You wasted the money here, man. Nobody standing there. Okay, fun apart. It's a beautiful place. I feel some country. Good, well maintained. Nice guys. Okay, good job. Now, here there is a requirement coming in. Okay. What is the requirement here is you are the project manager and you got the contract of doing your ex company. And let's put ShriLearning. ShriLearning is doing a railway station construction work and you are the manager there. Now we got this project from the government. Which country we can say? You want to say which country? Seeing this picture. Tell me some country. You will tell Denmark, Ireland, Switzerland. Okay, France. Okay, I just saw the name France. Okay, France. Imagine the France government has awarded this project to ShriLearning to construct this railway station. Okay, now you are the project manager. Now work happened for nearly 2 years of time. Okay, now happened. When I say happened, it's over 2 years. In this 2 years of time, tell me two things. One is on a control, quality factor. One is on the customer validate scope. Now, how many times possibly we would have done quality control, or how many times you have done validate scope? I'll put the question again. Which will be the highest proportion? Quality check will be highest or customer validate will be very highest? Which will be the highest? When you want to construct a railway station, hand out to the government, quality will be higher. Fantastic. I like that point. So quality may be higher, isn't it? The point here is before reaching the government, you will start checking multiple things. Track system, signaling system, right? The wiring and people convenience, steps, or a normal person, an elderly person, challenged people who can enter the railway station, go out. You have done a lot of parameters, but these all parameters are already given by government. Government, when they give a tender, to ShriLearning. Hey, you have to meet all these requirements. We know that. But every time I will not go and show to the customer, hey, I have done this, I have done that, I have done this. I don't need to show that. But there is a chance customer may ask you. Imagine the France government is pretty strict on the policy. They say that we need multiple phases to be delivered. Okay, is it possible? Imagine there are 4 phases they're asking. This railway station should be delivered in 4 phases. Okay, so each phase you have to meet the government and hand over certain things and also show them. In this case, do you think that at least 4 times we'll do validate scope? Possible? If 4 phases, possible, right? 4 times we'll meet them, show it. But the last phase may be the handover phase, isn't it? 3 phases you would have showed them. They've agreed, disagreed, say some changes, requests. The last one may be the handover, where you will show the whole station functional. That's a place it will become functional. In a construction project or a predictive nature of project, usually the final deliverable will be the functional. Makes sense, right? Middle of half a station, I can't ask someone to work. So I need someone to complete fully handover. Once a handover happens, the handover time, the validate scope will happen, where the government officials will come inside. They will bring the experts to check is everything properly working. The signaling is good. The power supply is good. Customer and the people can get in, go out smoothly, right? So they check all these factors, then they say go. Now, what I mentioned in this whole project is ShriLearning, you are a manager, you have a team of, let's say, 1,500 people working on a big major project. And now you will have multiple quality check happening to resolve all the issues. And in this meantime, you may go for a customer for validate scope. So what I want to put in your mind is quality is a repeated task, keep going to happen. Whereas when you want to go to customer, it will be limited in a predictive nature of project. Now let's think adaptive nature. What is adaptive nature? Agile. Let's not talk about this railway station. For this railway station, ticket booking system. Now, ticket booking system for this particular station, let's call X station. That project also comes to ShriLearning. Now, there is a manager X, or you are the manager. Now, tell me here, how many times quality will happen, or how many times customer check will happen? Will it have a big proportion of difference, or it can be balanced? Both will be equally happening. What is your thought? I'll repeat the question again. If it's an adaptive nature project and you're having a ticket booking system for this railway station, you have to come up with some application, software, computers, machines, right? So now here, quality will happen very heavily. Customer acceptance will happen less, or both will be balanced. Okay, I'm getting a question as both will be balanced. That's a good observation. In adaptive nature, we are going to work in a weeks of time, not a year of time. Why? Why? Because this railway station is pretty clear what you want to achieve. Whereas a ticket booking system will have a lot of new thoughts, new unknowns coming up. So what will happen is we'll do 1 or 2 weeks of work. Our team will check it. End of the second week, we'll hand over to the customer. Customer will check it, tell it is good or bad. Then we'll move to the next one. 2 weeks, check it, move. 2 weeks, check it, move. So equally, it will be proportioned. Seriously? Yes, majority of the project. But no one stops you. Shriram, I'm from a company. We work predictive nature. In France, government don't like adaptive. France hate agile. Imagine, okay? The France government says that, guys, don't bug me. Do this software for ticket booking system, looking the railway station Y, which is a 500 miles away from there. I want the same ditto. That was in blue color, make it green color because I have a green mountain here. That's it. Nothing else. Now what you'll do? Will you do quality high, customer check less, or still it'll be balanced? What is your thought? Oh, now the quality check will become more high, customer check will be very less. But is it possible in software industry? Let me ask you, is it possible in software industry? Some of the customer comes, guys, just do that, predictive. Possible? I would say possible. Why not? Why not? When the customer himself or the company says that, guys, I don't want to reinvent the wheel. We have something, just use it. Cool, we'll do that. That's how it is. I have worked in some of the cloud migration project. What is cloud migration? Moving the application from one on-prem servers to the cloud. Some will be so challenging, adaptive. Some will be very predictive. They'll tell, we want this to be moved there next 2 months. That's it. Simple, straightforward. So possible. Don't think software means always agile. It can be predictive also. Some portion can be agile. Great. Are you with me? Observing, understanding something? Fantastic. Some bullet points. Okay, let's see. These are all standards. Let's see some standards. So what's happening here? Control quality. In quality, what you do? Process of ensuring that deliverables meet the quality requirements, right? Defined in the quality management plan. Here, the word is correctness. In quality, the word is correctness, right? Whereas here, formalizing the acceptance is very important. What do you mean by formalizing? Formalizing means accepting from the customer himself. You check it, you put the signature, yes, it's all good. Only then you will say that this is completed and you release the check, right? Who does it? The sponsor or the representative of the customer who will do it. Here, who will do? Quality control department, right? So I think we spoke a little about it. I don't want to go too deep inside there. But one thing I want to understand is control quality or quality check of your company is different. When the customer come and check, it's called UAT. Each company has a different name. And let's go with the one standard name called as user acceptance testing. Very easily understandable. User, who is a user? End user or a client. They're accepting it, right? So don't try to put these things together. Some has this mistake. Scope validation and quality control, they try to see both same, not the same. It's both are different, right? That's a point. Very good. So what are we in the topic today? We're talking about validate scope and control scope. Okay. Did I spoke about on predictive load? I show you railway station. I show you food center. All good. How it happens in agile? You should know about this, right? In agile, what they do. Do we think in agile also we have UAT? In agile also we have quality check in the team. Do you think so? Or you feel agile is so rock stars, yo guys, they won't do anything? Anyone has a feel like that? No. Right. Everything what you do in predictive nature almost going to be there, but only thing it's in a compressed form. Shut up, what is this compressed form? How many of you 10-15 years back, when you go to exam, you have a compressed Xerox copy for a bit paper? Anyone here? I don't know now how the students are having bit paper. 15 years back or 20 years back or 30 years back, when you go to college, early days in college, we used to write the bit paper for the exam. Okay. Whereas later it came a technology where you can take compressed Xerox copy. Okay. Okay. Microphotocopy. Good. Raj, every time you intimate me, I'll forget it. Thanks, Raj. It's called microphotocopy. Okay. I call it as compressed Xerox. Now, what you see in Agile is a microphotocopy of what you do in a real project. Don't think Agile is alien. These guys made it in a small form. Then only they can take a blood out of you, right? Seriously, not like that. If you understood properly, it will work well. If you don't understand it properly, Monday to Friday will be beaten left and right. Stand up, sit up, all will happen. So let's understand these factors about sprint. Now, sprint review. There is something called sprint review. Also, we call it as sprint demonstration. When this will happen, if you ask me, imagine a sprint or a agile team is working for, let's say, 2 weeks. Usually I call 2 weeks. 2 weeks is a 10 days, Monday to Friday. End of second Friday, that is Monday to Friday, we will call the stakeholders. On the right side, you can see stakeholders. Okay. Who will be stakeholders? Could be sponsors, business users, maybe end users, maybe some of the key folks in the senior management. These all people will come there. Now they will come and sit in front of you. Scrum team. Who will be in Scrum team? Scrum team includes your development team, who does the core engineering work, who will do testing factor. They have the tester also inside that. They will have a UI, tester, engineers, all factors will be there. Scrum master, product owner. Product owner can be both the side also. Sometimes helping from here, most of the time sitting other side and listening. Now what will happen is, both the team, what you see here, will not have such a great frequency of meeting daily, except product owner. Who is this product owner? Product owner is a beautiful character who will play between both. Like after marriage, how a son has to be a product owner between the main company and the performing company. You have to be in between. Okay, you have to be a good guy with both the people. Then only output will be good. So now the product owner, what will happen is this guy, he or she will sit with the customer to understand or listen what is the requirement and pass to the team who does the work. But they have a regular communication. Apart from this, we have business owners. We have the what they call it as executives level, some executive product management manager is a product manager, and some of the key folks in the customer side, they will come. In our example, we took France. France government gave the railway station ticket booking system. From the government officials, some will come and sit, right? They will be there. Now, what will happen is this review can happen 2 weeks once. Since it is an information technology, since it is on knowledge-based project, since it has a facility of showing online, not like a railway station where someone has to come every week. It is pretty tough. It's online. People sit and watch. What they watch, they will see how much of work has been completed as we planned in the beginning of the sprint. I just assume that people are sitting here knows what is sprint, because if I want to take what is sprint, I can another different class. So I assume you know what is sprint / iteration, either of the word. Now here, at the beginning of the sprint, we agreed we'll do this. And end of that, we are checking, have we achieved? Very simple. Now, this is nothing but user acceptance testing here. where the customer himself checking, is the ticket booking system working as expected? If it works, fine. But Shriram, do you think every 2 weeks team will give all railway station booking system details? No. That's where comes the agile concept called incremental approach, right? So incremental, what do you mean by incremental approach? Ticket booking system, first they give the login and user profile creation. 2 weeks, login, user profile creation. Who does it? The Scrum team does it. How it look like? I will use shriram@gmail.com or something, a login. After login, I can go and create, put my picture, something and create. This we do within 10 days of time. 10th day evening or 11th day morning, we will call these guys, France government guys, product owner, product manager. Hey, we agreed we'll give login and user profile. Shall we show that? Yeah, please show that. We'll open the screen. We'll type www.francegreenmountain.com, some website. So we'll type the names and show that, I have a user ID created like this. There's a profile like this. It's working. Do you want to check it? Sometimes customers say, let me also try it. Give me the link, francegreenmountain.com. This guy will go type, all working. Good, fantastic. Sounds so romantic, right? In reality, sometimes it won't work like this. The day when you want to work, that day only server will go down. Anyone here face that problem? That is specific in front of customer only, it won't work. And the team will be surprised. What the hell, man? It was working 1 hour back. 1 hour back, it's working. Now it's not working. Huh? Anyone here tell that, Shriram, in my laptop, it works. I don't know why there it is not working. Huh? We have this, right? Fantastic. You know, that evening will be so romantic. On that evening, only your family will call. Hey, you promised to take to restaurant. When are you coming? Already in office, you will be the grilled chicken. Family will be calling you. Shall we go to barbecue? Already I'm in a barbecue in office. Okay, family is family. We can't avoid that. So now coming back, let's take a good case. Nowadays, I ask the team members, what I do is ask them to record it. Now we have recording option. At least it works once in a day. Please record it. We don't know next time it will work or not. So record it. So show the recording to them. So your customer feel happy. That's another way of escaping from the problem. Okay, coming back here, I'm talking about the validate scope, right? So this is the best way in Agile. They do the validate scope or user acceptance testing or checking. And tell me one thing it's going to do here. By doing this 2 weeks, it is going to reduce something drastically. What is that? Let me give a guess to you. By doing 2 weeks customer demonstration, it's going to reduce something drastically. What is that? Someone rightly put in the chat message. Let me see the YouTube also. Balance, yes, happens. Okay. Okay, I'm getting the right words in the screen there. It reduces drastically risk, R-I-S-K, risk. Do you agree? Is good, right? What kind of risk, Shriram? Project going away from the track, it's reduced. Misunderstanding is reduced. Or the way of a project failure or the not meeting the customer demand is reduced, right? Cost factor, other factor all reduced. Now risk drastically goes down because of this regular demonstration to the customer. Is this possible in the railway station? With the current technology, it may be possible. How many of you think it's possible? How many of you think it's possible? Mukesh is asking, sprint review is a formal or informal meeting? Do you have an informal meeting with the customer, Mukesh? I'm so surprised. Do you do informal meeting with the customer? No, right? So when you bring in customer, it's going to be formal. So no doubt on that. Okay, now I talk about the railway station. Now I'll go a little back. Now tell me, I gave 2 things here, right? Railway station is with the ShriLearning, a manager who does a construction and hand over the system. Other one is ticket booking system. Ticket booking system, you understood every 2 weeks you demonstrate and show that because the risk goes down. Now in this railway station construction, can we do something like that to reduce the risk? What is your thought? Can we do something like that? Possible. Possible. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing people telling possible. Okay, that's a good news I can hear. Someone here from construction industry, they will tell, no, Shriram, not possible. We have to complete everything, then only hand over. Anyone here? Oof, anyone here want to agree? Oh no, I want to. But I will tell you, any industry you are now, it is a little more possible than before because of the technology improvement. What is the technology improvement now we have? You can see any part of the world at any moment. What is that we have? We have too much of coverage of video, too much of coverage of speed of travel. Both are there. Now, speed of travel of human, speed of travel of thought process are going to help you. You cannot still talk in the very traditional way. No, I will complete everything, then I will show to the customer. No. You have to utilize the technology to show how much you're completed. Of late, I'm seeing many people, they do a small piece of work, they take a picture, the video, and share with the owners to get a review of that. And they see that and they give comments on that. I believe some of you would have done it, right? You may be sitting in one part of the world and you're native, there'll be some home construction happening. Anyone here like that? At least I've seen some of my friends who sit in different part of the world. They ask their parents to do the home construction. They're getting the feedback regularly to see what to do. Of course, they can't travel, but they can see. They can see some pictures, videos, and give feedback. This was not there some years back, right? But still, certain parameters are predictive. But what I'm talking here is bringing the risk down. Super, guys. You guys are rocking on the Friday evening. I can see a lot of energy on Friday evening. Good. Okay. So what you saw so far is a validate scope. So you did in a predictive and an adaptive. In predictive, could be interim, final. In adaptive, I said every regularly we meet it. Second topic for the day, that is on control the scope. It's a process. Now, some of you can fight back with me. Why should we control the scope, Sriram? Scope means it should flow in, right? Flow in. Okay, if you feel that, you are right halfway. What do you mean by halfway? I'll talk about the control scope taking the railway station now. In the railway station, tell me for the station, you want the scope to be added, removed frequently? Will it give you a smooth life or it's going to be tougher? Pretty tough? Pretty tough? Yeah, very tough, isn't it? Yeah, because you have to acquire the land, you have to plant the steel, cements, construction, you have to make a subway tunnel there, wiring should be done there. It's not easy. You keep changing the scope, what will happen? The scrap cost will be very high, labor cost will be high, rework will be high. Will it increase the risk? What is your thought? You keep changing the scope of the project. Superb increase, right? Zoom goes high, right? Very high. So some of the predictive nature projects, we need a proper systemized way of handling the requirements. That is scope. Project scope, product scope, both. Product means what we want to do. Project means how we want to do, right? If somebody don't know about it, please listen to some of our class videos. You'll come to know. Now, point here is, if that's the case, in a railway station, what you saw in France, Green Mountain Station, France, here the requirements are collected. We are not saying scope cannot be changed. Scope can be changed, but haphazard change shouldn't be accepted. Sure, what do you mean by haphazard change? There are some clients, what they do is change comes in, they will not go in a proper channelized way. They will jump to the field, to the last level of team member who is working. They know that Ramesh or John is the guy working there. They know the name of Ramesh, they know the name of John. They'll have a good rapport with them. Straight away go to them, tell that, can you change this? Have anyone faced it in your job? Straight away go to John or Ramesh, change it. Now our guys, what will do? Our Ramesh or John. Ramesh or John will be so excited. Wow, client is coming to me. You see that? Shucks, man, let me do that. Have you seen it? And next day, project manager will be in the grilled chicken. So, point here is, there is nothing wrong. Let it come inside, but does it come in a right way? Did we analyze it properly for a railway station? It's about the big project, right? Is it predicted certain things, how it's going to work? Change, they're not saying no, but go through the channel. What do you mean by channel, man? It's going to kill my time. It will kill the life of people, yeah? If you don't kill the time there. It should go through the time. Why? Railway station, millions of people are going to travel. A small mistake can cause a lot of life. Even today in the world, there are many highway still considered as a dangerous, and there's an accident zone. Have you seen a board accident zone? It will be same board when you're in school days, when you're in college days. Even today, when you go, it will be accident zone. Have you seen it? Why? Someone not properly analyzed, someone made a mistake, could be the reason also. I'm not telling that's not the only reason. Could be the scope deviation could have happened, could have not properly understood. Now, point is, changes are accepted, but don't make too much of deviation. That's a problem. If you do that, what is that called as? If you keep on changing the scope, what is called as? Have you heard about scope creep? Scope creep, going away from the track, away from the track. Is it, Shriram, man, this is a little different, man. Shriram, you're talking something old. Huh? In Agile, we are guys like that, right? We are yo-yo guys. We keep changing. If you say that, I agree in some projects. In a predictive nature of a project, like what I showed railway station, definitely there should be some limitation of how to change, when to change, because it'll bring in a lot of time and cost factor. Rework will be there. Scrap will be there, right? A lot of factors can happen. Now, let's take the case of a ticket booking system. In ticket booking system, would you recommend more changes coming inside? What do you think about it? What's your thought? I would tell most of will tell yes, we need changes. Without changes, the ticket booking system will not work. Man, it's opposite. Here, changes will make confusion. There, changes only will make the project. Do anyone agree? If anyone from software industry will agree, yes, Sriram, we get changes and requirement consistently. Yes, it is meant for it. Because when the customer gave a ticket booking system, imagine they gave only a rough idea of what they want. Sriram, what do you mean by rough idea? They'll give a high level view what they want. They will not go deep, right? So what they do is they give a high level. When the team does the work, the more you do the work, they get more idea. The more the idea they get, the more they give requirements. Sometime they will take this a ticket booking system and expose to the real world. So customer starts using it. When a customer starts using it, you will get more feedback, more than someone keep on telling, do this, do that. Imagination. You're not an imagination world. We give to the customer, let them do. Do anyone updated Zoom today or yesterday? Did you update the software? If not, go and try. I just tried 5 minutes back. I updated, not 5 minutes, sorry, before the 5 minutes of session. So what I did is I clicked the update. It updates certain patch information, including some of the chat, how to optimize factors. Now, this is a kind of change keep coming in. How this change came in? See, Zoom did a good software 1 year back. They could have stayed there. Now, why they're adding it? What is your thought? Why they keep adding? To sustain the market and also to understand the customer's personal feel and utilization of the product, right? We call it as persona. What is persona? When I'm using this application for 1 hour in Zoom, Zoom automatically records a log overall. In 1 hour, Sriram, when he opened this Zoom, does it went smoothly? Did it have any problem? When he was doing annotation and putting some colors here, is this, if he's doing on the left to right, is it going exactly left to right? I know to tell that. System captures it. It has a system behind capture it, right? If you draw like this, is it drawing properly? Is it correctly catching up X, Y, pixel, everything? They'll take everything and take to the development team who is working there. And that becomes a change. That becomes a requirement. So here in this industry, it's possible to make changes. And it is not called as a creep until it deviates from the scope. Now comes creep here. What is a creep here? In a ticket booking system, you are trying to add some music album functionality. When ticket booking, you can also play the music on the right side. Is that needed? Do you think so? Oh, beautiful, right? Ticket booking, I can play some A.R. Rahman songs on the right side. Ooh, you. We can tayya, and you can sing song and ticket bookers. Right? Nobody want that, right? You say, man, going away, book the ticket and go home. Who want that? So you don't want to deviate out of it. That's a creep out of it. When we talk about creep, I'm sure in this group, one person is going to ask me, Sriram, what is gold plating? right? So what is gold plating in that case? If a creep is going away, gold plating also can be away or can be added facility for the customer, but this time customer did not ask, because creep and all mostly comes from a customer plus our team also will give. That's called creep. Gold plating is mostly done by the team members, right? They try to add something extra to impress your customer. So why to impress them? People try to do impress people. They want to show, guys, let's do something like this, right? You're asking to France this kind of ticket booking system. In this ticket booking system, some of the team member thought, let's do something multilingual. What is multilingual? You can click Arabic. If you click Arabic, it'll come in a different font. Okay, good, well featured, not bad. But did the customer aware of it? Did the customer asked it? Boo. Did the team members know that? Boo. This guy Ramesh worked overnight, made multilingual. Wow. You're showing demo to the customer. Customers looking at the ticket booking system, all looks good. Suddenly customer noticed something on the right side, multilingual. Wow, cool. And this Ramesh feels excited. It's my feature. Project manager looks at him, man, my feature, when you did it? Last night, sir. Next week, appraisal coming. Customer clicks that multilingual Arabic. Now, Arabic, what happened? It won't start from left to right. It will start from where? Right to left. Now, what will happen? The whole screen alignment changes. Boom. Right to left, all content comes in. The text box goes here, this goes here. This guy changed only the language. Nothing else changed. All confusion. Mess up. Now, customer looks at you. Oh, fantastic. Who? You are the manager, right? So sometimes goal plating is adding. Sometimes it works also. I'm not saying no, but that's not needed. It's going to take a time, money, risk. Next time customer gives a product to you, also expect again you will add something like that. You do unnecessary pain for yourself, right? Okay, point here is we spoke about something called controlling the scope. Why we have to control the scope? No need to shoot up on the cost or the risk factors. And as a manager in a predictive nature, to keep a watch. In adaptive nature, we expect more changes, but still it doesn't go away from the what we want to do, right? But changes comes from where? In adaptive nature, customer himself. So you are safe. They do that part. Pretty good. Okay, why we do all this stuff, Srinath? That's a question, right? You should ask me. Why? It's all good. Stories are all good. PMBOK 6th edition, 7th edition. Why? The reason is that many projects have derailed. Okay, I took the picture of derailed. But derail I searched, then I found a lot of hard pictures. I couldn't see that picture, then I took a toy. Okay, derailing is very common in project management when you don't control it properly, when you don't have a right parameter to validate. Both will derail. Right. So, Sriram, what do you mean by derail? I can't complete it within the time. I may not meet the standard of a quality, or I may not have the cost properly met, or requirement not fully satisfied. These three are called as a triple constraint. Apart from the lot of constraints are the quality, risk, resource, customer satisfaction, right? But three very important: scope, schedule, and cost. You go to any project in the world, these three will be there. And there are some people coming from agile world. Shriram, I learned CSPO, ESPO, CSC, ACC, PPP. You read whatever in the world. Without this three, nothing will work. Naming convention will change. They'll give different funda names. Whatever funda you give, any project without this three will not work. Scope, time, and cost. Other factors are also there, but these are the strong center point. These will get hit directly when you don't do these factors. That is the reason they have it. That is why in Agile, they try to validate regularly to reduce the risk very heavily. Yeah, that's a point. But can you do all the project in this way? Not. Some can do, some cannot do. That's why I took an example of a railway station and a ticket booking system. Good. Finally, what do you want after all this thing? Okay, this is all good, Shinam, all you want. Finally, what do you want? Finally, you want a customer satisfaction, isn't it? How many of you read recent books of management where the customer satisfaction is highly discussed? Did anyone here read about it? Any book, if you go the first word, customer satisfaction. Under customer satisfaction, you get all this stuff, right? Scope, schedule, cost, all coming up. So end of day, customer satisfaction is very important. See, poor guy is tasting the food of what he cooked or someone else cooked. couldn't taste it, right? So satisfaction is very, very important. But how do you meet it? Going through all these parameters, chances are you will meet. So what you saw now, you saw something about validate scope, where the customer does the final check, and control scope to keep things intact. In between, you also saw something called quality control, which is done by your team members, for which you saw example of mom preparing a good food for the son, right? Hope it's good. Hope you got some idea today how things work. Let's hit some questions. Let's see how is the questioning attitude. Questioning. Whenever you read a PMP question, first understand the problem statement. Don't jump to the solution. Understand the problem statement. Let me see how many can put the answers. Okay, I'm seeing B and D jumping. What is the key statement in the question? Final deliverable is the key. Customer accepts. Very good. Resubmission. Okay. Now, see how to see a question. You are the project manager, so they targeted you. Okay, they targeted you as a manager. Very good. Of the business improvement project, whose customer has rejected the final deliverable. Rejected. Always I tell that in the question, start looking the tense of it. Is it a past tense or a present tense? Shriram, tense matter a lot. Of course, it matter a lot. When you talk to people, if they say some story, understand is it happened earlier, yesterday or today? Tense matter it, right? So now look at the question. Is this question asking yesterday or today? Rejected, gone, happened already. Let's further read. The team has identified a fix to the deliverable and is now working. They're coming to present. Past is rejected. Now working. Past tense, present tense. Super. The plan is to resubmit the deliverable to the customer for acceptance. Plan is future. Past, present, future. Oof, man, which of the following process will you start? Will you start? Now is the question putting a finger on you. Will you start? Now tell me, this is a past, present, or future? Future. Future. They given a statement, something happened. Team found something. Now you're going to resubmit it. They're asking future. So you are clear. When the customer accepts a deliverable on resubmission. So they're asking about a future event. Now you have to find two things. They're asking you, okay, which of the following process will you start as a manager in a capacity of a manager? Okay, they didn't tell predictive, adaptive, nothing. They're telling that something getting closed. Okay, Ashish, I muted you. Okay, now what happened is the people, the person, the project manager, and they're asking what is thing going to happen next. When you see they do through factors, it's pretty clear that something you have to think for future. Okay. Okay, now let's go a little down. Usually I read the answers from the bottom. Monitor and control the project work. Do anyone know to go to this? I feel it just strike it out, right? They're asking some action. I don't think it's an action item. We have to strike it out. Control communication. Slightly it's away from what actually we're talking here. So 2 easily goes out. Now the competition is between only 2. Validate or close project or phase. Okay. Now, when this confusion comes in, now look at again. They're asking in the future, when the customer accepts. What is this actually? Is it UAT? Is it validate scope? Do you think so? Is it UAT validate scope? If you feel it's UAT validate scope, the question is asking, which of the following process will you start when the customer accepts? It means after acceptance, what are you going to do? My God, really? Now, if you see the answer, resubmit the answer. Let me see your question answer. They are not asking what they are doing. They're asking following process. You will start when the customer accepts it. After accepting it, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Now the answer can be going towards it, because the constraint says when the customer accepts the deliverable on submission, what are you going to do? Oh man, does it make sense? How many of you slightly slipped in the last sentence and you thought A is the right answer? Anyone here? Oh, God's sake, man. You slipped down. Some of you would have thought it's a valid scope, right? If you observe a little carefully, they're asking post. You start when. The word when is very important. Shriram, how many keywords, man? On a practice, you'll get. While you read multiple times, you'll get. So always watch who is being targeted. Project manager, very good. Project team, very good. Project itself targeted, very good. Next, what you have to see? You have to see tense of it, past tense, present tense, future tense. Shriram, I'm not a great English person. Even I. Last benches, we don't bother about it, right? Past tense, present tense, future tense, you don't need to be a Shakespeare cousin, sister, or brother. Just listen what they're telling. It's happened or happening, going to happen. That's it. Don't go too much. Some people in English class, they'll try to complicate. Man, tell me where is washroom. That's it, enough. Don't complicate it, right? Very simple. So simple past, present, future. Just see these words are there. If you get that, khatam, over. Pretty cool question. God say I'm already extra 10 minutes gone. Let me go a little more. One more question. This time you're going to use all the formula what I said. Some question that formula not needed at all. Let's see. Okay. Answer starts coming up. I'm seeing A, B running through. Now, if you try to apply the methodology, what I said here, does it really need a methodology here? What I said, past tense, present tense, project manager, does it need here? Actually not needed here, because the question is, what is the biggest benefit of time box? This is the only question. This is the only question. Do you agree? Benefit of time box, that's it. Nothing more than that. Your question itself overall, that's a question. Okay. If this is an overall question, they're asking, now the PMI manager advised a new project manager, new. This can help you something new. Who is initiating an agile project that has this, he should use time boxing to plan, release an iteration for his project. Now, benefits of time boxing. There are a lot of benefits. You cannot tell this is the only, lot are there. Now, time boxing will improves quality internally, reduces cost, not sure, minimizes scope creep, maybe, delivers faster. Okay. Now, which two you want to tell straight away? No. This two not there. Benefits of time boxing, straight away no. Which two? C and D. C and D, I'm seeing more. Okay, C and D gone. Reduce the cost, improves quality. Okay, because of time boxing, quality will not improve. Error is an error, right? That's good. Cost also, time boxing means if each resource is this much of dollars, you have to pay that. 10 days a team is going to work. Each resource $100, $100 you have to pay. So it's not going to be a big deal of reducing the cost, right? Now, let's come back on this area. The competition is here. Delivers faster. Now, the biggest advantage, when I say biggest, what happens is definitely faster delivery may happen. But before that, first of all, it will control the scope. Why? Something there? Yes. Okay, I've given a big statement. Maybe let's read a little bit on this. Time boxing helps in reducing the scope creep, which may result in faster delivery, right? It's the direct answer. It's an indirect answer. Okay, with a higher quality and lower cost, all are coming inside.
friend.
I have Ing PMP candidates also with me.
Yeah.
Mukesh,
PMP candidate.
just give me a minute. Let me complete and calm. I'm helping to arrest the background sound. Okay, good. So time boxed iteration is an iteration where the duration of the iteration is fixed and work is carried on. Once the duration ends, the iteration is terminated. This is very important, terminated, whether work is completed or not. Now, what's the point here? This helps in focusing on high priority, high value features. Now, what happens is you don't do unwanted items when you have a time limit. Is the biggest change in the way of Agile looks into. In Agile, they give a time box of, it's not always done 2 weeks. You don't think only sprint. Agile has a time box telling that complete within 3 months or 6 months, few releases. You have to think a little broader also. Don't think only 2 weeks. Of course, if you want to see 2 weeks also, we have a prioritized word prioritized. Which will you prioritize? You'll prioritize only important thing, right? You don't go for scope creep. You will try to bring things what you need first. Important first. When you do this, automatically it covers all the factors. What all factors it will cover? Definitely cover faster, go for cost, go for quality, all going to happen, right? That's a message. By the way, this is not a question to target and give an incident. Rather, it's a question to tell you what is time boxing. Hope you got it. Hope you got it. Good for the answers. I saw some answers. Mukesh is putting a question. What happens if it does not complete it within time? Fantastic. You have an answer here, right? When they're not completed, you will close the sprint and the work will go back. Where it will go back? If you don't complete within the sprint, work where it will go back? Backlog. It will go back. Go back. That's it. If you can't do that over. That's it. Don't extend. PMP exam, 230 minutes to write the questions. You can't complete 180 questions. You have 10 more questions. Will PMI exam will give you extra time? Will it give you extra time? Cut throat. That's over. That's time boxing, right? That's time boxing. It's over. That's it. Whatever you did, that's it. Over. So now in Agile projects, we have that facility of taking it back, right? It'll go to the back. Sprint backlog. Mukesh, I think you put the same question sometime back. I'm getting the same. I don't think we didn't come out of that yet. Okay, just will help you. Sprint backlog. A sprint is valid only for that timeline. Once a time gets over, sprint get dissolved. Sprint over. The 10 days happens over. That's it. Now I have to open a new sprint for 10 days. How can a not existing sprint, you will put the backlog there? I don't think you have to do that, right? You shouldn't do that. It should go only to the product backlog, right? Please note down, this is a very important point because somewhere I saw either you or someone is repeating the same question. It should not go to sprint backlog. By the way, it's a good question. Many has this question. Product backlog is a collection of work. There it can go. Whereas the sprint backlog is valid only for the 10 days. Once the 10 days covered, over. Then you have to open a new sprint backlog. In that case, it cannot go to sprint backlog. Hope you got it. Hope you got it. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, one more question. Mukesh, give me a few minutes, let people complete it, then it'll come to you. Okay, what about this question? Okay, in YouTube, I'm seeing people putting on answers. Which of the following is incorrect? Which is incorrect? Before knowing incorrect, first you should know which one is correct, right? So there should be 3 correct and 1 incorrect. Is that right? Incorrect. Okay, what is incorrect here? Do you see anything here which talks a little alien, telling that changes cannot be done? If you see something like that, that you have to watch out. That you have to watch out. Which of the following is incorrect about the control scope? Control scope, I said that it evaluates the scope changes to understand the impact of the scope. It's very important word. So it is the right one. It clarifies the scope to stop scope creep and disallow scope changes. This looks a little dangerous. Let's watch out. It is a process of ensuring all scope changes get processed through the integrated change control process. So there is a process being followed that is also correct. Okay. It is the process of managing changes to the scope baseline. It's a process to manage a baseline. This also looks okay. So if you see the competition is going to be between A or C, if you allow, there is something called disallow scope changes. Do you think any project says don't do the changes? Do you think so? Do you think so? Predictive, adaptive, you go to any nature of the project. None of the project says we will disallow changes. Changes are welcome, but in a very systemized way, it's welcome. If that's the case, what will happen? Changes allowed. So if you see other 3 points are all about scope creep, or not scope creep, talk about control scope. It talks about how to control the scope within the parameter, not going the creeping out. Whereas disallow is not a right terminology. Be watchful in PMI exam. Disallow, stopping, avoiding, we will allow, but in a channelized way. Ah, man, today most of the questions are tough and crazy, isn't it? Last question for the day. Then we'll jump to Mukesh. He has one question. Listen to him. Let's go one question. Agile question. Tell me the keyword you see in this question. Demonstration. Someone says a demo. Okay. Retrospective. Some says retrospective. Some says iteration demo. Okay. So the keyword in the question going to be feedback. Capture this feedback. Where you will capture feedback of the product. You are leading an agile team developing a factory automation system. Something is getting ready. From time to time, you rely on customer feedback. Time to time, you rely on feedback. The functionality of the system being developed. For our cases, it's a ticket booking system, right? Ticket booking system, what do? You show to the France government and they give feedback. Where you will show feedback to them? If someone chosen correctly, it's going to be iteration demo. I gave an example a few minutes back, telling that every 2 weeks, we talk with the customer to show what's happening. Retrospective is for process improvement. Grooming is for refining the user stories. And spike event is for R&D and new thought process. So these are different cases, but this is a place you talk to the customer, show them what you have done, right? Good job. Good job. I can see in YouTube also some answers are good. Some they slightly missed out. Thanks, guys. Great. Hope it was a good learning today. Let's go to some Q&A. Let's listen. Mukesh was very eager. Mukesh, show me some question. Yes, Mukesh, go ahead. What do you have?
So I have a question, sir. Thank you for taking my question. So customer is part of the agile team, right? We have a PO product owner is a customer from the customer side, right? So my question is, we have a sprint backlog. When the work is assigned to the team, sprint backlog, then we have a sprint review to review the work, whether work has completed, not completed, how much is completed. Right. So stakeholder is part of this sprint review or not?
When you say stakeholder, right, talking about product owner, isn't it?
No, I think I'm doing some question now. It says stakeholder is part of the team and he is reviewing the work, whether what work have you completed or done. So they are talking about separate than product owner. So I'm confused actually whether stakeholder is part of the team or separate. That is the question I have.
Okay, park the question. Let's go by your understanding and what you want to know. That will help.
Okay, so basically my question, okay, it's a sprint backlog. The work is assigned to the team and the team is performing the work. That is the sprint backlog. Then it comes to the sprint review, how much work has been completed or done. And then it comes to the sprint retrospective. So sprint retrospective comes after the sprint review or?
Perfect, you're right. You're right. So I'll give a story for you. Let's take this a ticket booking system. Ticket booking system, let's imagine 2 weeks we are going to work. 2 weeks means 10 days. You are fine with that? Monday to Friday, 10 days. Now, this team sit with the product owner who is from France government. Okay, that guy came here, sitting with the ShriLearning engineers and Scrum team, and they talk about what they want. First week, they say, "Hey guys, let's do this." The team is talking. Let's do the login for the Green Mountain application. Also, let's do the user profile creation. They spoke about it. They felt fine, good. Let's do this. 10 days. They work 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 days, 6 days, 7 day. And 7th day comes in, some quality check all happen. Team is in a better shape. 8th day is better shape. 9th day. And the 9th day, check it. What is happening is the user profile creation. They have to fill in all the username, age, group, all the stuff, submit. That is not working. 9th day. They're trying, it's not working. 10th day. Again, they test it out. Something is failing. It's not allowing to store the information in the database and bring it back. The profile is not working. Even though they completed everything, except the information is not going and storing in the system. Now, 10th day evening. Now, what happened is they committed for 2 things. One is user ID login. Second one is profile creation. Now, in Agile, we use a word called working software is a primary measure of progress. Other one is working software more than something like a documentation. That's what we think. Now, 10th day evening till 6 o'clock, only the login is working, profile is not working. Now, tell me, which one you will show to the customer? Will you show both or either of one? Which one you will show to the customer? Login screen, or you will show the profile which is not working? That also you will show.
Only one, first one.
Why first one is showing? Why you are not showing second one?
Because it's not completed yet.
Okay, so it doesn't it doesn't meet the definition of done. You remember that, right? DOD.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Very good. Now, 10th day evening happened. 10th day evening, 11th day morning. That is new sprint going to start. 11th day morning, 8:30. We're sitting in front of customer. Customer ask you, hey guys, you all agreed for a goal, 2 things to achieve. What happened to that? We have to tell that, you know what? We are able to achieve only one goal. We don't show PowerPoint. We don't show Word document. We will show something usable. Then they ask, what about the second one? We say that we can't complete. There is a problem. Now, we will show the demonstration to the customer for the user ID password login. It works. Whereas we can't show the not working page. We won't show it. Now, that piece of work, which is not completed, it has to taken back to the overall requirement place, which is called as product backlog. The reason is the sprint backlog get dissolved or completed or closed on the 10th day evening. That's it, over. That sprint, you are not going to use it again. It's over, completed. 11th day morning, after the demonstration, a retrospective will happen. Retrospective is just to see what went well, what doesn't go well. We'll understand why we can't fix it, why technically we're not sound, how to improve. This all will happen. After that, we'll do a planning meeting. This will be for sprint 2. Now in sprint 2, the product owner says that, can you do a functionality for chatbot? Chatbot means people can ask queries about the ticket booking. Chatbot, 1. Second one, can you do this functionality which we want to do last time, which is about user profile creation? Now, only when the product owner or customer says, can you pull that and do in sprint 2, then only we'll take it. If not, that will stay there only. Only when the customer says we want it, we'll pull it. Shriram, it came edge, man. We need only 5 hours to fix. It doesn't work. Over is over. Send it back. Hope that gives some idea. Right. I believe you're reading Agile Practice Guidebook. You're reading Mike Griffith book. Okay, great. Okay, good. Any more questions from team members here? Hope your learning are going good. Let me watch out something on the YouTube. Prakash says, time boxing was new to me today. Great learning. Thank you, Shriram. Good. Hey, thanks all for watching from the YouTube. Appreciate it. I know we want to complete every day one hour every week, but it'll go 1.5 hours. Maybe I add some extra stories. It's go longer. But I appreciate your time to sit and watch. Or some of you watching this video after a month, after a week. we are trying to add this kind of content on a weekly basis to share knowledge, because these are part of our classes. We do PMP or ACP or Agile classes, lengthy classes. Okay, sometimes people couldn't get it. So this kind of short video sessions will help you to catch up to the content. So thanks for watching, and thanks for staying on track. I'll tell you, PMP exam or Agile exam, it's not so tough. It is only the way we prepare, the way we look into. The beginning of the class, I say that everyone has a wish to achieve something. As I said, we don't need somebody to come and advise us, either me also not advising you, but telling that we keep procrastinating, pushing, we'll do later, tomorrow. Don't do that. Do at least few minutes today. Like Mukesh is putting an interesting question in the morning. I believe you read some questions today. That's interesting, right? Take 15 minutes, 20 minutes, read something. Without reading, you should not sleep. Without 10 minutes or 20 minutes of walk or exercise, don't close the day. So make it a habit. I'm sure you'll feel so great. Okay, with this, okay, there's a question from Prashant. Sorry, I'm just seeing the question. Hi, Shriram, on this example, team will be the teamwork on the backlog only at the end of the, sorry, Prashant, I couldn't read the question properly. On this example, okay, look like your question is a little tough for me because I couldn't get the wordings properly, but I understand that you're telling that team work on the backlog only at the end of the project. Just to make you understand Prashant's question, he's trying to ask me, will the team work on the backlog in the last of the project? But one thing, understand, backlog is a collection of work. A team has to take top priority work and keep doing. Continuously, you'll pull work from there. I used to give an example like a refrigerator. A refrigerator has a lot of grocery items and vegetables. Even though it has a lot of items, that morning breakfast, whatever you want, that item only will pull outside and do the work, rest will go back. Again, lunch, you'll pull something outside. So think backlog as a refrigerator, and your sprint backlog will be the item which you want for that breakfast or lunch. If you understand this simple concepts, it will be easy for you. Again, I started with the food and I ended with the food. Oh man, that's a great, right? Okay, great. Thanks all for being here. Have a good weekend. Weekend is going to be busy for us. We have PMP classes coming up, ACP classes coming up, Scale Digital on the way. It's going to be great. Market is a super boom for manager role, leadership role. Read project management well, read Agile books well. I'm sure market is good. Thanks all for being here. Have a great time.
Shriram sir. So tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, you will still have a questions, right?
Right, you're right. Saturday, we have PMP practice exam. Sunday, we have Agile practice exam. So you have to wake up early, Mukesh. What's your time now?
It is 12:32.
Okay, fine. You have to wake up. Keep an alarm, wake up early, meet you in the test tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for being here. Have a good time. Thanks all. Bye-bye.